Jeff Ogden with the Dallas Cowboys, and the kids in the Dallas Public Schools love to
read.
Richard Gentry. I'm a professor in education, and I'm here at your school working with students and teachers today. And they've invited me to come and share one of my favorite books with you. You're all in what grade?
Second.
Okay, and who's your teacher?
Miss Walensky.
Oh, and I already told you that I think they picked this class because they got all good-looking children in this class, and a wonderful opportunity for me to be here and to share one of my favorite stories. The story I'm going to share with you today is, or the book I'm going to share, is a book entitled Piggie Pie. How many have heard the story already? Okay, just about a third of you have heard this story. This is one of my favorite stories, and one of the things that I find is that if you have a favorite story, it's fun to hear it over and over and over again. So I'm glad that some of you have already heard it. How many have never heard this story? Okay, about two-thirds of you have not heard this story, so it'll be a new experience for you. After I read it, we'll talk a little bit about it, and I'll tell you why it is that I have this passion for pigs, why I have I really like to read pig stories. Somebody remind me to tell you about that. The title of the story again is Piggie Pie by Margie Palatini, and it goes like this. Gritch the witch woke up, grouchy, grumpy, and very hungry. Her belly grumbled for something delicious, something delightful, something special. But what? It wasn't purple mousetail stew. No, she ate that yesterday for lunch. Maybe some mashed dragon tongue pudding. No, Gritch wasn't in the mood for anything quite that sweet. Perhaps a taste of boiled black buzzard feet. That always made her mouth water. No, not today. Today, Gritch wanted something truly tasty, something really yummy, something special, and that could only mean, help me out, what? Okay, she wanted piggie pie. Yes, yes, piggie pie. I can taste those plump, juicy pink piggies right now, Gritch said, smacking her lips. She hurried to the pantry. She pulled down her old hag cookbook from the top shelf. She picked off a spider, blew off the dust, and turned to the secret recipe on page 342. Gritch ran her bony finger with one long green nail down the list of ingredients. One eye of fly. She checked the pantry shelves. No problem, said Gritch. 2 shakes of a rattlesnake's rattle. No problem, said Gritch. 3 hairs of a possum. No problem, said Gritch. Here's the end of the recipe. 8 plump piggies. Problem, screeched Gritch. I don't have any piggies. How can I make piggie pie without one punky pink pig? Gritch pulled her hair. She stomped her feet. She paced the floor. She wanted piggie pie. She wanted piggie pie very much. She said, tapping that lucky wart on her chin. Now, where would I find 8 plump pigs? Gritch thought and thought and thought. Aha, she shouted with a jump. The circus! Yes, yes, the circus. The circus? No, no, not the circus. You don't find pigs in the circus, she thought harder. Aha, she shouted with a jump. The zoo! Yes, yes, the zoo. The zoo? No, no, not the zoo. You don't find pigs in the zoo. She thought much harder. The farm? Yes, yes, the farm. You find pigs on the farm. there still was just one teeny tiny little problem. Where to find a farm? Where else? Gritch let her bony fingers do the walking and opened what? Fingers walk through the
Door.
The feet walk through the door. The fingers walk through the yellow pages. What are the yellow pages?
A book.
A book, phone book. Yeah, the yellow pages to F. What's she looking for under F? Farm, where she found a very large ad that looked just like this. Can you read it? Where is she going to find the piggies? Very good. Just call
E1E10.
Okay, do you know that song? Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
So it's not E1, E1, it's what?
E-I-E-I-O.
Okay, let's try it again. Just call.
E-I-E-I-O.
Okay, very good. Just over the river, through the woods, we have ducks, chickens, and what else? Piggies. Gritch put on her broomstick in gear and headed over the river and through the woods to Old MacDonald's farm. I've got you in my sights, you little porker, she cackled as she circled overhead, and there she is. It says, surrender, piggies. But look, the pigs, they've spied her. What do you think?
They got scared.
They did. They got scared. They have to come up with a plan, I bet. And this, can you tell what they're doing? Don't say anything. Just look at it and see if you can figure out what they're doing. What are they doing?
Hiding.
They're hiding by doing what?
Putting costumes on.
Okay, very good. They're going to put on some costumes, and it looks like that's a good prediction. They're going to put on some costumes and hide from Gritch. Gritch zoomed in with a thump, thump, landing. She spit straw, fanned her still smoking tootsies, and lifted her goggles. There wasn't a pig in sight. Where'd they go? Gritch shouted to a duck. Hey, duck, I said, where are the piggies? I need 8 plump piggies for piggy pie. The duck quacked here. It quacked there. Here it quacked. Everywhere it. No piggies. Help me out with that part again. The duck quacked here. It quacked there. Here it quacked. There it quacked. Everywhere it quacked. No piggies. Look at that picture.
You can tell they're pigs.
Say it again.
They're ducks.
They're ducks, but what?
You can tell they're piggies because
How can you tell they're not really ducks, but they're really piggies?
their neck is sticking out of the, and their ears are
Aha! Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens next. What do you mean no piggies, you dizzy duck? Gritch squeaked to his bill. I just saw a passel of piggies down here a minute ago. Hand over those hogs, you little quacker. No piggies, quacked the duck. Gritch pulled her hair. She stomped her feet. She even threatened the duck with one of her evil spells. The duck was not impressed. It was not even scared. He gave Gritch another quack and waddled away. Who needs a dumb duck? Gritch mumbled. Being careful where she stepped, Gritch wandered across the meadow. Yahoo! She shouted. Moo! You! Gritch said to the cow. Where are the piggies? I need 8 plump piggies for piggy pie. The cow helped me out. Moo-mooed here. It moo-mooed there. Here it mooed. There it mooed. Everywhere it moo-mooed. No piggies. What do you mean, no piggies? You lumpy-looking cow? Screamed Gritch. I need 8 plump piggies for piggy pie. Fork over the pork, you walking milk machine, or I'll curdle your cream. No piggies, mooed the cow. Gritch pulled her hair. She stomped her feet. She even threatened the cow. With one of her most evil spells, the cow stared at Gritch, swatted a fly with its tail, and lumbered away. Cows, who needs them? Gritch muttered. What do you...
That's a real cow.
Is it a real cow?
No.
How can you tell?
Because it's not real.
Oh, yeah, you were pretty good, pretty observant there to see that eye, that pig eye sticking through. So she tried the barnyard, where she stopped the chicken in its tracks. Okay, bird brain, where are the piggies? I need 8 plump piggies for piggy pie. The chicken, help me out, clucked, clucked here. It clucked, clucked there. Here it clucked, there it clucked, everywhere it clucked, clucked. No piggies. What do you mean no piggies, you feathered drumstick? Gritch screeched. What's going on here? Where's the boss of this heap of hay? The chicken flapped a wing toward Old MacDonald. Here's Old MacDonald. He's walking up. Does he look a little strange? Ah, you think he's a pig. Gritch looked over him once, twice. You're Old MacDonald, she said. You don't look much like your picture, do you? The farmer thumbled his suspenders and shrugged. Look, Shorty, I've been quacked here, moo-mooed there, and clucked everywhere over this farm. I need 8 plump piggies for piggy pie. Where are the piggies? The farm looked here, he looked there, he looked here, he looked there, he looked everywhere, he looked. No piggies, he said. What do you mean, no piggies, you fly-bitten seed spreader? You must have piggies. Gritch pulled her hair, she stomped her feet, she even threatened him with one of her most evil spells. No piggies! Her stomach growled, it grumbled, but there were no piggies. There would be no piggy pie. Now what was she going to eat? Psst, psst, psst. Excuse me, little lady. Wolf's the name. Let me give you some advice. Who's speaking? Do you see him there? Forget about the pig, said Gritch, eyeing the wolf. The wolf, he nodded. They're too tricky. Trust me. I've been chasing 3 little pigs for days, he huffed and puffed. I'm starving. Look at me. I'm nothing but skin and bones. Gritch pinched his arm. Well, not quite, she grinned. Mr. Wolf, I have the most wonderful idea. I was thinking, since you haven't eaten and I haven't eaten, why don't you come home with me for lunch? I'm a very good cook. Why, that does sound tempting, the wolf said, and he looked at Gritch and smacked his lips. Are you sure it wouldn't be any problem? Problem? Gritch grinned. No problem at all, she said as they walked off arm in arm. I always enjoy having a wolf for lunch. What do you think's gonna happen?
She's gonna have wolf to eat.
You think she's gonna have wolf to eat, but what do you think he's planning on? He's gonna have. How did you know? Oh, look at this. Here's Gritch, and up here it shows what she's thinking about. What is she thinking about? A wolf. And here he is. He's thinking. What is he thinking of? A Gritch hamburger. Okay. Did you like it?
Yeah.
No, it's a fun story. It's funny, isn't it? One of the reasons I like this book is when I was your age, I was on a farm in North Carolina. And I was in 4-H, and I used to raise pigs. In fact, my sow, mother pig, had 15 babies. And I went to the state fair and came out first place, and so I've always had this special love for pigs, and I love to share pig books. It's been a privilege to be here today and share a pig book with you.